Hey there, Chadi Bazzi here, and welcome to another episode of the Top Listing Agent Show. Today we have an amazing guest, someone that I've known directly and indirectly, I'd say for what, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, something like that, JJ?
That's right. Yeah, a good. It's been a few years now.
Yeah, it's definitely been a few years. And he is, someone that has a podcast. The name of your podcast is Real Talk, right?
Real Talk with JJ Jara. That's
Real
correct.
Talk with JJ Jara. And I thought he would be a good person to bring on the show and have a conversation with, because a lot of what I see him doing out there has zero huff, zero fluff. And it's not about petting you and just making you feel good. It's about telling you exactly how things are and who you need to show up as every single day to make a difference for you and to make a difference for your family and to make a difference for your community. That's exactly what it's all about. So JJ, tell the world who you are, how amazing you are, and why should they pay attention to what you and I are going to dialogue about today.
Absolutely, Chadi. By the way, I just want to say thanks for bringing me on to your podcast. Again, we've known each other for quite a few years. You are someone that I truly, truly admire and respect in the game. And unfortunately, I can't say that about a lot of people. But you are one of them, Chadi, and because I know you come from a place of help, contribution, and you just mean good for people. So thank you for this opportunity. My name is JJ Jara, and I've been in the business for now 7 years, Chadi, selling real estate. Okay, I've came to the game 7 years ago. I started a small little firm, the city of Moreno Valley in Southern California. And so I remember, Shad, I remember being excited. I remember being excited about getting licensed. And I remember about getting excited about going on Google and looking for the right post for my photo on my business card. I just remember being excited about just becoming a licensed real estate agent. And it's funny because now I part of what I do now, Chadi, is help people, agents, sell real estate at a higher volume, just like you do. And most of the time, I have to go back because it's about telling them, hey, listen, I have to tell you where I came from, so you could relate and know and understand that I know what the F you're going through right now. By the way, I said, okay, if I throw in a couple of F words here. Chadi?
We're going to have to use the word explicit for the first time on a Top Listing Agent Show. But let's keep it real. Do what you want to.
Yeah, because thank you so much. And the reason I asked for permission, Chadi, is because, I'm so damn passionate about what I do, Chadi, that I just cannot help to every now and then just throw in a couple F words here and there. So please forgive me if I do. But it just means that I'm really passionate. I really mean what I'm saying. Okay. So I hope you guys take it in a good way. So, oftentimes, Chadi, when I'm talking to people and they're asking me, JJ, well, how was it when you started? Were you having issues finding buyers and sellers? How was it when you first took your first listing? And I said, man, I'll tell you how the fuck it was when I first started. I had no options, no option B, C's, or D's. I had only one option. That option was to win. Why? Because I only had a month and a half reserves, Chadi. See, this is a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about JJ. They see JJ right now, Chadi. They see JJ, okay, JJ this, JJ that. Listen, we all started somewhere, somehow, Chadi. And so my going back 7 years ago, I had only one option. The option was just to win. There's not even a thought of failure in my mind. Why? Because my wife was a homemaker. She was a homemaker for 22 years. So just recent last year, my oldest, she's 19 now. And now she's like, okay, everyone's done. We're done with our job, raising our 3 kids. What's next? But see, that wasn't an option 7 years ago, Chadi. She never worked. She was a stay-at-home mom. I had 3 kids. I had a house, a dog, and all this fucking debt, by the way. which led me to have only one option. That option was to win, Chadi. And so I came into the game just knowing that I had to win and win big. And so my first 12 months in real estate, I closed 12 deals. And in those 12 deals, Chadi, I got to tell you, they were out of nothing but hustle, because I didn't have no skills. I didn't have a Chadi on my end. I'd have a coach on my end. I'd have a JJ on my end telling me, hey, listen, JJ, don't do that, bro. If you're going to door knock, do it this way. If you're going to call, I want you to call this source. And if you're going to call, I need you to call at this time. If you're going to do this, I need you to do it this way. I didn't have none of that. So my first 12 months, Chadi, God's my witness. It was mainly out of hustle. What I mean by that is just that all I knew, Chadi, look, this is how my mind was processing in the beginning. Well, I only have a month and a half reserved. This is going to go by real quick. My wife don't work. I have 3 kids. I have all these things that I have to pay. I need to get a fucking work. Okay, well, how? I do real estate. I'm looking for buyers and sellers. Well, my common sense told me, Chadi, to go and door knock at people's houses. That's what my common sense used to tell me. So this is JJ, hungry, just needed, just wanting that first deal, Chadi. And I knew that the more people I door knocked, the more houses I went and door knocked and asked them if they needed to buy and sell, the closer I was going to get to the yes. And so guess what JJ did for the first few months? I door knocked the shit out of freaking Moreno Valley, Hammett, and San Jacinto. One after another, one after another, one after another. And I remember getting a lot of no's. Shit, as a matter of fact, everything I was getting was no's. No. And a lot of it was because I didn't know how to ask for business, Chadi. Most of it is because I didn't know what question to ask.
Right, but see, you had, I'm gonna say it like this, JJ. You had the winning ingredient. You had the winning ingredient, and here's what we know. He or she that has the desire to win, okay, and is willing to go out there and get dirty and do the work, is the person that's gonna outperform the person that has the strategy that's not showing up to work because they lack the desire. Okay.
100%.
And by you going out there, it's like, hey, I didn't know what I was doing, but guess what? Putting yourself out there gave you the lessons. Putting yourself out there gave you the feedback of like, hey, this isn't working. I need to modify this. Let me not do this again. Let me try this new approach. And that one didn't work. Okay, well, that's two things didn't work. The third one's got to work, or the fourth one, or the fifth one. And in the beginning, it was hustle. Okay. And then I think that once you graduate hustle, you move into the next phase, which is strategy. Okay. Because, the strategist, here's the thing. If you have the strategy, but you ain't got the hustle, what good is the strategy? It's not going to be applied. But if you have the hustle and you have the strategy, I mean, that right there is a for sure win-win application 100%. All right. So you got started, you went out there, you door knocked, you're like, freaking, hey, if I don't get something real quickly, my is gonna have to go to work, or I'm not gonna be able to feed my kids. I'm already in debt. Nobody's gonna loan me money. So you put your back against the wall. You went out there. You worked. You made it happen. What happened your second year, fourth year, etc. From there, what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. So fast forward. First year, 12 deals. Second year, 24. Next year, 36, 37. And then my production just kept going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Why? You said it earlier, a minute ago. See, at the beginning, and I like to do this with everyone that I help, Chadi, whether I'm coaching, I'm mentoring, I'm just having a conversation with somebody, just ask me a question. And I say, in the beginning, this was my hustle and this was my skills. Hustle skills. My hustle was all the way up here. My skills were all the way down here, like down here. So naturally, I had to hustle everyone in my office which by the way, in the first 6 months, I outsold everyone in my first little office, first brokerage. They give me the second biggest office in the whole office, second to the broker's office, right? First 6 months. Imagine that, right? It's a rookie. Never sold a house in my life before. Now, so now, as I was doing and door knocking, doing the whole try and error thing, Chadi, I start, see, this is my skills. My skills start getting better, cashing out to the hustle. And when you get to that right there, oh my God, sky's the limit, Chadi.
Sky's the limit.
So first year was good, second year was better, third year was even better, and boom, 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 there goes JJ. Where let JJ to meet a Chadi back where we both used to be at one point. Where now, doors open, opportunities open, because why? Because JJ was outselling everyone around him. And right. JJ was displaying a sense of leadership during his sales process. So naturally, when you're outselling people and you're just helping people at the same time, you're gonna get people's attention. People are gonna look at you. Wait a minute, we got someone here. We got something special here. And then opportunities came, new opportunities, new doors open, and that led me to go into a management leader position, where you and I met. And now, fast forward to now, 2 years ago, I transitioned my business now from going more into sales to doing more into what I literally have lots of passion, which is helping other people. So in the last 2 years, I've been doing more of the coaching, mentoring, to a point where, like, you know, in the last 2 weeks, Chadi, I've been doing a lot of coaching. I mean, this is what I've been doing, a lot of virtual coaching on one-on-ones, groups, offices, and I'm just helping people. And I'm helping people the same way, no different than how JJ did it, with a twist. See, with a twist. Because back then, see, I didn't have a Chadi or a JJ. I just had the hustle. Now I have the strategy behind it. Now I have the experience behind it. Now I got the skills behind it. Now I got the, hey, don't F it up, do it like this behind it. And that's what really, that's what really helps me help other people, Chadi. The fact that I've been there, done that. Don't tell me it can't be done, because I've done it before. As a matter of fact, I still do it. Every now and then I go out there and do open houses with my team, with my wife. She's now a realtor. With my daughter, she's only 20, 21, and they're in the business and they're doing great. So now where I come from, Chadi, is, wait a minute, I know I'm good at sales. I've already proved that.
Right.
But I could do even better helping other people get better in their sales.
Right. So one of the things I heard you do earlier I think it was on your Instagram, is you were on a coaching session and you kept on talking about the word, you know, one of my favorite words in the world, and that is like belief. Okay, because here's the thing, if we give you the skill, if we give you the strategy, but you ain't got the belief, you ain't going to believe that it's going to work for you. Therefore, chances are you ain't going to apply it. So can you speak about the word belief and how important it is for one to level up their belief system in themselves?
100%, Chadi. Listen, the word believe is such a powerful word that if I did not believe, Chadi, that I was going to make it, that I was going to sell, that I was going to freaking just do until I got my first listing, none of this would have happened. See, before anything, before the hustle, before the door knocking, before the skills, before the license, if I didn't believe that I was going to be able to thrive and just win and get my first deal, my first listing, my second listing, my third listing, my fourth, none of this would have happened. So the word believe, you know, I said it earlier on my Instagram post with one of my coaching client agents. I said, listen, I know there's something going on right now. I could sense it. You already shared it with me. But if you don't believe that you're a great agent, if you don't believe that you bring value, if you don't believe that you're a great leader and that you can lead more buyers into home ownership now more than ever, if you don't believe that now's the best time for people to capitalize on their hard-earned equity and sell and go and put it aside and go in and make it and use it as an investment, if you don't believe none of that, there's no reason why I should tell you to get on the phones, go door knock, and do nothing, because nothing's going to happen. So I said, I need to start to believe.
Where did you get your belief system from?
Man, where did that happen, Chadi? It's a great question.
Well, it's a great question, because here's the thing. I think at one time in our life, we all lacked the belief. I know I did. I didn't believe that I could do what I'm doing right now. I didn't believe that I can do any of the stuff I've done before. I'm a shy, introvert kind of guy. And all that good stuff. And I personally had to work on developing the belief system that who I am is a man, that can do it all, that can have it all, that can be it all. Okay. And that took a lot of work. And then, then we see people out there that already have that in them as in their DNA. Okay. And that's for like the 1% that are born equipped that way. And then there's the 99% of us that don't have it and need to develop it. And the reason I wanted to bring that up, JJ, is because right now someone had a belief that they are going to have a great year, going into January and February. And here comes March, here comes the coronavirus. And all of a sudden, their belief system has been crushed. Okay. And they don't have a formula to, reignite their passion, to, reinstate certainty, to go out there and do the things that they need to do. So here is, one of the things that I'm saying, and let's see if you're on the same exact page as me or not, or maybe you can add to it or just confirm what I'm about to say. I say, to develop your belief system, okay, you gotta have a vision. I get that you had a specific vision at the beginning of the year and we all got punched in the face. And it's time to right now to sit down and redo your vision.
100%.
Okay? Resell yourself on the dream, okay? You need to have better conversations with yourself. You need to lie to yourself and tell yourself how wonderful you are in spite of anything and everything that is going on out there. What's your take on that, or what can you add to that for one to develop the right belief system?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I believe that in order for us to believe that something's possible, we need to have that thing called faith. And see, believe and faith are like best buddies. It's almost like the same thing, Chadi.
Yeah.
And so I'll share with you and everyone that's going to listen to this podcast what I heard from one of my mentors, Tim Story. I don't know if you know Tim Story, but I mean, this guy's amazing. Babe, I need you to close that door. And I'm sorry, we're doing this, Chadi, but this is live. We're at home. But,
I get it.
But this is real, right? But listen, I will share with you what Tim said a few days ago, and so I respect him, and so he said, more than ever, we have to starve the fear. More than ever, we have to starve the fear, and we need to feed the faith. More than ever, we have to starve the fear and feed the faith. What does that mean? It just means that if you believe that we're going to get through this together, that you're going to get through this whole coronavirus thing and all this shit that's going on, you're going to be okay. So you believe will help you be okay. But if you don't believe, and if you're feeding your fear more than feeding your faith, then you're out. You're in trouble. And so what does this mean? It just means that in order for us to believe, we have to see ahead. And so I tell people, Chadi, that most of the time that now it's not what we want. Look, nobody wants the now. Nobody wants to be freaking quarantined inside their home. Nobody wants to do this. Nobody. See, The now is not what you want. But we have to also understand, Chadi, that the now is not here to stay. It's here to pass. And so if we understand that the now is not here to stay, it's here to pass, then we have to believe that the future, the 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months from now look brighter. And if it looks brighter, good. Focus on that. Don't focus on the now, because the now sucks.
See, you just said the magic word that defines, that gives an explanation to what you're talking about when you say starve your fears, okay, and feed your faith. Okay, well, the way that you starve your fear is by taking the focus off of fear, okay? And the way that you feed the faith is by focusing on the faith. So the key word here is focus, okay? So how do we shape our focus is simply by, what are we exposing ourselves to? Number one, visually, what are we seeing? Okay, so if you're watching this video right now, that what we are doing right now is we're altering your focus. Okay, so what you are seeing, what you are watching is altering your focus. Now, if you're not watching this video and you're listening to this on the podcast, that is also altering your focus. So what you are seeing, what you are hearing, and now watch this, what you are feeling, okay, which is the emotion. What we know psychologically speaking is all emotion is preceded by what? It's preceded by thought. And you control your thought. So
right.
The exercise that I'm going to give every single person right here is by asking your questions that alter your focus. Okay, what am I grateful for? Simple question. Okay, now you're focused on gratitude. Okay, what am I good at? Okay, what do I want people to think of me when they hear my name? What do I want people to feel when they see me? Okay, who do I want to be in the future? See, it's the questions that we ask ourselves also that determine our focus. So we talked so far about, belief. We talked about focus. We talked about hustle. Can we talk about skill?
Let's go. I love that.
Okay.
I've again, at one point, if you're in the industry or whatever it is that you do, at one point, you're going to have to level up. Either level up or stay the same.
How important are skills right now in the market that we are moving into?
Chadi, I mean, listen, for the last 2.5, almost 3 years, I was telling everyone around me, we're in a great market. Please freaking learn something new. Role play every day. Just mastermind. Right now is the time for you to just, boom, dial in. Because we're in a great market, Chadi. Imagine 2 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, we're in an uphill market. We're in a great market. Yet there's a lot of people that weren't taking their business serious, Chadi. Nobody.
It didn't take to put a deal together.
So I just tell people that last 2.5, 3 years, listen, learn. Now's the time for you to mastermind. Now's the time for you to practice. Now's the time for you to freaking learn something different. Because that day's gonna come. That day's gonna come. And if you don't prepare now, when it's a great market, when the shit hits the fan, you're gonna hurt. Your family's gonna hurt. You're gonna wish I should have, I could have, but God dang it, I didn't. And now this is where I'm at. And so skills are super important. They're the vital in our business, in the industry, Chadi. There's people that listen, they didn't take it serious. They didn't take the time to do it. They did not want to invest. It's not spending their money. They did not want to invest on learning, self-development, going to seminars, learning new crafts, and now they're hurting.
Right. So JJ, I want to develop my skills. I'm one of your clients. Okay. What are some of the skills be focused on immediately?
Absolutely. Right now, let's working on your sales skills. Sales. Because see, if I can't sell you on the fact that you need to learn new skills, nothing's gonna happen. JJ, what do you mean? Should be more specific. Well, I mean that if I can't help you to do a goddamn sell and put a sell together, nothing's gonna happen. You're gonna die. Okay. Well, how do we do that, JJ? Well, shit. We find out, first of all, we find out where you need the help in. Because obviously you're licensed. Obviously you're doing sales. Okay, how good are you? Where did everything stop 2 weeks ago? Because it's crazy. 2 weeks ago, people had a boom. They stopped, Chadi. It was like they were good, and all of a sudden, boom, they got hit. And they don't know what happened. And they blame it on coronavirus. Bullshit. It's not coronavirus, it's you. It's your mindset. See, I told one of my coaching clients earlier, Chadi, the market, the business has not stopped. People stopped. Some people are still selling and buying. New escrows are popping every day. New deals are closing. That means the business didn't stop. People stop, meaning you stop. So we need to identify where do we need to work. Where do we need to focus and attack? Because obviously you stop. I need to find out what made you stop. And first, and second of all, what we need to do to continue to start attacking, meaning creating, meaning doing. See, I can't coach you. I can't help you unless you start talking to me. Come on, let's go. Give me some numbers. Last 30 days, what happened? Last 60 days, what happened? Last 90 days, what happened? Now I'm okay. Now I got enough. Now let's go to work. Because if I don't ask great questions, then shit, how can I help you, Chadi?
Exactly, 100%. And that's exactly what you did right now, is demonstrate exactly what selling is. Selling is nothing more than asking a series of questions to diagnose what is the real problem. Because
Right.
if you don't know what the real problem is, then how are you going to be able to, add to the solution? You cannot. Okay. So basically what you're saying is get good at asking questions.
So I'll add asking great questions. Getting good at asking great questions. See, great questions will give you great answers, Chadi. You ask a stupid question, you'll get a stupid answer. Learn to ask great questions, and in return, you'll get great answers.
100%.
Well, what kind of answers? Shit, whatever you wanted to answer you. You ask a great question, you'll get a great answer. You get everything you want.
100%. What about objection handlers? I mean, a lot of, a lot of what I'm hearing right now is like, oh, we're hearing new objections. I'm like, okay. So it's a new objection. And what people don't get is the reason that we hear the objection is because we lack something in our presentation.
So see, it goes back to the presentation. It goes back to the skills. It goes back to, I can take it all the way back. Why you're getting the objection. It's the objection. You and I know the objection will never get an objection if you're good. If you're percent good. You know that. I know that. A lot of people are saying, well, JJ, you don't understand. But this is what I'm getting all the time. No, listen, I understand, but it's not something new. And it's something that you've been getting for a while now. And you've been getting it for so long. The problem is you haven't done nothing about it. The problem is that you have not taken the time to find out how you could handle the objection, and most importantly, how to avoid getting objections or objections more in your presentations or in your sales, period. Because we all pitch some way, somehow.
Yeah. How much time should one be spending every single day working on mastering their sales skills?
Every day, at least 30 to 45 minutes, 30, 45 minutes.
30 to 45,
45 minutes.
30
to 45 minutes.
Okay.
Every day. I haven't stopped doing this in about 7 years, Chadi. And yet I have brand new agents that they're brand new, not even a year, and they don't even fucking want to do it once a month, once a week. What's wrong with you? I cannot stop practicing my craft. I can't. That if the second I stop, the minute I stop, Chadi, that just means that I think I know it all. I think I'm badass, and that's honestly, in my opinion, I've failed already. I failed the people that I'm mentoring, and I failed the people that I'm coaching.
Right, right. All right, so we talked hustle, strategy, skills, okay, belief, faith, objections, role play. Here's a question for you, okay? If I am, I'm ready to get back to work right now. It's like, okay, the last 2 weeks have been exactly what they've been. It doesn't matter. I'm recommitted. I'm refocused. I'm gonna show up to the office tomorrow morning. What should my day look like every single day?
Yeah, that's a great question. Now, so listen, I'm going to go ahead and give them something that if your listeners or somebody that watches this podcast can implement now. Because see, right now, what we're experiencing right now, Chadi, this shit ain't going away, right? Like in the next 30, 60 days. It's gonna be here for a minute. You agree?
100%.
Okay, good. So what I've been the coaching session I've been having with people is something that could help you now, that you could relate to right now. So right now, listen, you and I and a lot of other leaders, we're doing a lot of virtual training. If not 99.9 of it, it's virtual training. My Zoom account has never been this active before. So with that being said, we have to give them something that they can implement now, not later. So I want to do that if that's okay with you.
Please, yes.
Okay, good. So let's just assume everyone that watches the video, the recording, or listens to it, let's just assume that they're working from home, because everybody, for the most part, we're working from home. So what happens? Okay, now you're home. Do you stop your day-to-day activities like you used to do prior to this whole thing a week or 2 weeks before, a month before, or do you continue? The answer is, do you continue? See, right now more than ever, Chadi, is when we really got to focus. Right now more than ever is when we got to double down. Right now more than ever is when we got to really like, God damn, I should have listened to JJ, to Chadi, and I should have learned my script because I didn't. Now I'm going to double down. I'm going to freaking learn it. See, now more than ever is when having a schedule is more important. Now more than ever, having a to-do list is more important. Now more than ever, having accountability is very important. Now more than ever, doing the shit that you say you're gonna do, having the right intentions, is more important. So I'll just go through some of the lists that I will encourage anyone that's going to listen to this to start doing and implementing right now. Because again, I'm going to assume that everyone's at their home, just freaking scratching their head, not knowing what to do, when in reality, shit, nothing has changed for our industry, because we could do the same thing here at home and also in our office.
Right.
Okay? So I'm gonna say, just start with creating an ideal morning routine.
Okay.
Okay. And what that's gonna be a little different for everyone, Chadi, because some people are into meditation, some people are into prayer. Some people are into just doing yoga versus lifting weights, running, whatever the case may be. Creating your ideal morning routine. We're there right now. See, that shouldn't stop, because I'm sure you go to your patio, your backyard, and do some weights and some exercise. You could still do that the same way that you used to do it at the gym. You could still do that. So doing the morning routine, that goes into having and listening to some great affirmations. I'm big on affirmations. I'm super big on affirmations. So matter of fact, I wrote down my own affirmation. I even recorded my own affirmation, my own voice, with my own affirmation and everything, and with the background music, with instrumentals, the whole thing. That's how deep I am into affirmations. So, every day I play affirmations.
You're brainwashing you.
Every day. See, more than ever, when people are going that way, you want to go this way. When people are saying and thinking negative, now you need to stay positive. When every time you get on your social media platforms and all you see is coronavirus and people are freaking dying and more cases and all this shit, that's when you got to be more focused. So that's where you got to, more than ever, you got to brainwash yourself, Chadi.
Yep.
So I do that, affirmations. Having a intention, setting intentions. More than ever, you have to set great intentions. What are your intentions for today? What are your intentions? Let's start there. Because a lot of people, I'm home. What should I do? I mean, I can't door knock or do open house no more. And it stops. See, they're dead. They stop, Chadi, because they can't figure out what to do. But if you set great intention, Chadi, and you tell yourself, great, my intention today is to prospect and look for new business and speak to 15 to 20 people today. That's my intention. You know what? I'm going to take a little further than that. I'm going to take it deeper than that. I'm going to go and call 20 and have 20 great conversations. And on top of that, I'm going to set at least one virtual appointment. One. I can't meet them, but I could do Zoom. I could do FaceTime. Yeah. That's my intention. So setting great intentions is powerful more than ever. See, I'm more than ever. Okay, good. I have my intentions, but shit, I still have all these things to do. Great. Create a to-do list. Write down a to-do list early in the morning if you can, the night before. Create a to-do list and write all the stuff that you want to do. It could be things that you want to do today, things that you may want to do tomorrow or the day after, or long-term goals, things that you may want to do in 3 months, 6 months, whatever. Write them down. Why? Because now you write them down. Now you're not thinking about it constantly. Now, once you write them down, Chadi, now I want whoever's going to listen to this is to do the simple exercise. I want you to categorize your to-do list, A, B's, and C's. Your A's are the things that must and need to get done today, non-negotiable. Like your prospecting, like sending that appointment, like doing your affirmations, like working out, like drinking water, non-negotiables. See, those are your A's. Your B's are things that if you don't do them today, that's okay. They can be done tomorrow or the next day after. Those are your B's. Your C's are things that could wait a few days, a week, or even up to a couple of months. But things that you want to do. Now, your job is going to be to get all your A's done. Boom, 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 boom. And if you get them done by noon, now you can jump into your B's and turn some of the B's into A's. See, now you're ahead of the game. Now you're getting shit done. So creating a to-do list is something that I've been implementing for years, Chadi, and I encourage everyone to create, because that's going to keep you focused. See, we spoke about the word focus. Focus on what's important, not on all this little squirrel, and now you're everywhere. See that? And I know you're laughing because you're like, shit, I know, like, right? It happens. It happens to all of us. That's part of being human. And so sticking to a great morning routine and following all of those will help you get to the end result, which is get a new listing appointment, virtual listing appointment, get a buyer's consultation, virtual buyer's consultation, or just to ask people if there's anything that they could do to help them out. So one of the things I'll encourage everyone right now, Chadi, is just to go ahead and reach out to everyone, past clients, center of influence, everyone they can think of, and just offer them help. Don't pitch them, man. Don't pitch them right now, because right now people don't want to get pitched. People want to know, listen, man, thank you so much for calling and reaching out, JJ. Nobody has called, not even my family has called to see if I'm doing okay. Thank you so much. By the way, I hear this whole thing in marketing and all that, but and I may be giving you a call about a month, okay? Thank you so much, because I may want to sell. See, I didn't have to ask, I didn't have to pitch. By me just being that source of help, contribution, of value, that led for them to just offer and ask about real estate. No need to remind them that you're in real estate. Hey, real JJ, your favorite realtor? No. Listen, if you've been doing your job, there's no need for you to remind them. They know that you're real estate.
Yep.
So right now, more than ever, you got to call people. Call. I know a lot of people they'll rather do a DM or a text. No, stop. Call. People want to know. They want to hear your voice, Chadi. They want to know that you're calm, that you got your shit together, that you believe that all this is going to pass, and most importantly, that you're there to help them offer value and offer any help that they may need. Is there anything I could do for you, Chadi? How's your family doing? Is there anything I could do for anyone?
That goes a long way, JJ. People just want to know, that, this is when you really are being revealed as to who you really are at your core. Are you a person that's there for the people, or are you there just to make a paycheck? And right now, it's not about the paycheck. And, what I'm telling everybody right now is, the new economy that we're getting into, once we get the green light to go back to work, it's a relationship economy. That's what it is. So, the more and better relationships you have, the more business you will ultimately do. Okay. And what an opportunity you have right now, whether it's a strategy or good intention or both, it don't matter. When you're there for the people will be there for you.
100%.
JJ, you shared a lot of good nuggets with us. So appreciate you for your time, my friend. And I know there's someone out there, from my audience who may not be familiar with who you are, and they may want to reach out to you. Maybe they want to connect with you. Maybe they want to coach with you. Maybe anything. How does it connect with you?
Absolutely. They could follow me on Instagram, which is, I think, one of the biggest, strongest platforms there is for real estate. They can connect with me on Instagram under JJ, the JJ Hara, the JJ, that's THE, JJ.Hara, the JJ.Hara on Instagram. Or you could also find me on Facebook under JJ Jara, just JJ Jara.
We're going to spell Hara for them because they're going to put HARA.
Yes. So that's JARA. Okay? A lot, exactly. So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. Shoot, you just Google me and I'm the first one that pops, JJ Jara. I'm there. And listen, I'm just thankful for this, Chadi, because I know if even if it's that one person that we could help through this podcast, then we did our job. You did your job. I did my job. And then some way, somehow they're going to be able to do that for someone else. And this is a beautiful effect.
That's what it's all about. So JJ, just want to say thank you very much for, carving out the time right now to do this. And I feel like, we've served that one person that's going to serve many other. And would love to, continue this conversation with you in the near future on another episode of the Top Listing Agent Show. So thank you very much for coming on. Appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chad. Appreciate you.
Awesome.